One of the things that's been a point of contention regarding Plague Moth is a fellow by the name of Ripper. Now, Ripper apparently is someone who is a pedophile who makes pedophile like mixtapes, and you'll have to forgive me if I get any of this shit wrong because this is all stuff I had to learn about because Plague Moth. Yeah, so Ripper is apparently someone that Plague Moth has been making multiple videos about, trying to essentially cash in on a dark web pedophile who is eluding authorities? Question mark. And one of the things that Plague Moth said along the way was that one of his ex-moderators was Ripper. So he said that one of his former moderators, a guy by the name of Fergie, if you can believe it, was this Ripper guy. I don't know why he thought it was a good point to point out that someone he harbored in his Discord was an infamous child predator. As Cold Raven has pointed out, this Fergie character, who was a moderator on Plague Moth's Discord, again, was a problematic person from the beginning, and I use the word problematic because I'm talking about this dude posting pornography to an all-ages Discord, and, you know, doing a bunch of different things that were, like, very concerning. According to Cold Raven, Plague Moth was told multiple times about this Fergie guy, his moderator, acting out of pocket, and what Plague Moth would do was take Fergie's side. Now, at one point, this Fergie dude apparently talked shit about Plague Moth, and so Plague Moth came out with videos saying that Fergie was Ripper, this infamous, unknown internet pedophile. I know, it's all very confusing and stupid. But yeah, the reason that this is semi-important is because by obscuring who Ripper actually is, some people, like Lazy Bedhead and others, have said that Plague Moth essentially was helping Ripper keep his identity secret by pointing to the wrong person and saying that that was Ripper. Are any of you following this? Essentially, think of it this way. Everybody wants to know the real identity of Ripper so he can go to jail and get beaten to death. Plague Moth says, "Oh, Fergie, that guy I'm having a fight with, Fergie is Ripper." That turns out to not be true, but rather just be something Plague Moth made up to get back at Fergie. And so people are saying, why are you obscuring the identity of this person who belongs in prison? Why are you making it more muddied? Why are you making it more difficult? So hopefully that's clear to all of you guys, because this video's got to be under 5 minutes. This is all the time I got to do this. The reason that this is coming up now in Plague Month is because Plague Moth admitted on a recent live stream that he lied and that Fergie was not Ripper.
And one thing that I'd like to add on to that is because, you know, you all remember me talking about Ripper this, Ripper that, Fergie was Ripper. Fergie's a Ripper copycat.
Now, it gets a bit crazier from here because Plague Moth claims that his contacts within law enforcement have fed him secret information.
Ripper itself is actually a group. Ripper is a group very much like Anonymous, but think of it like Anonymous from hell. These people don't necessarily know each other, but they find each other. Then they post, and then they vanish. That is what Ripper is. Ripper is a collection of producers and collectors of the most obscene and terrible CSAM and CICM content. And my connections to authorities who actually cover these types of things and make arrests in these types of things, the only things that I know about Ripper, the Ripper group other than that, is it was based on the Ripping Crew, which was a very real group of killers, necrophiles, and cannibals who worked together. And that the actual group itself, one of the people being looked at is a medical professional in Germany who is thought to be a producer. But that is what Ripper is. This is what our world is in the dark underbelly, and that's the kind of shit that I want to poke at more, because it's like, I feel that this needs to be talked about more. And these are some of the things I've actually tried to bring to, like, Mama Max's attention and shit. Isn't that funny? That was my ignorance. Like, I didn't know either. We all didn't fucking know. Oof. I know it ties back into my drama or whatever, but I still can't get over those people trying to defend Fergie, who was a Ripper copycat. There's chat logs of him going on to fucking pedo forums on the dark web and him asking for people to cut his name and the names of his mixtapes into children and violate them for him. Like, that's a real fucking person, and they're not in jail. At least that I know about.
Wow. So Plague Moth went from lying about one of his former moderators being that Ripper dude to now making up a story about Ripper being the next Anonymous or something. And, hell, this may all be true, but I very sincerely doubt that Plague Moth has secret connections within law enforcement that are feeding him information about an ongoing investigation and, like, risking the entire thing. So it just floored me to hear this, because not only is Plague Moth openly admitting to lying about the identity of this dude, he's openly lying about saying that someone else was this dark web internet predator, and he's openly admitting this without any qualms. He doesn't even act like, boy, I really shouldn't have done that. He just says it all matter of fact, like there's really no problem with it. It's like, by the way, guys, I lied about who this was. Anyway, here's another crazy story about fucking Pedophile Anonymous. So this is a huge vindication for Lazy Bedhead and people who were associated with this call-out, where they were saying, Plague Moth, don't lie about the identity of a pedophile that people are hunting. So yeah, I hope that those people are happy right now, because you are 100% vindicated. Plague Moth has admitted that he was full of shit.